Honestly, as my first video, I had other topics in mind to discuss and to focus on, but a few weeks ago, Kanye West and Dolla released their sequel to their Vultures 1 album, Vultures 2. And it has received harsh criticisms, so I want to go in as someone who has been a huge Kanye fan for a long time, seeing him as one of the GOAT artists, and I wanted to go song for song through this album and see for myself if this album was really that bad. We can't also forget that since the release there also have been updates on mixing and finished verses. Personally, Slide is a good start to the album. Basically addressing Ye's recent controversies, obviously saying that the industry doesn't like him, but he doesn't like them either, answering to that. I think it had some of Kanye's better verses in comparison to the album, and also Ty did really well. I think it's a good intro. Sonically, I was more of a fan of Stars, but still a good track. Originally, Time Moving Slow was one of my favorite songs previewed at the listening parties. I think it got ruined at first released. The production just seemed unimpressive, and the Hooligan shouldn't be anywhere near this track. Originally, the production was like reminding me of Jesus.
Thought you had to know. Time moving slow. I just thought you had to know. Time moving slow.
And it got turned to something like Basics. That just made me kind of disappointed. But since the updates, it's been sounding better and growing on me personally. Field Trip is a good track. I was definitely surprised by Kodak's feature, which was also interesting seeing with this beat switch, with this The Weeknd Kissland sample.
I know you want your money.
Overall, I thought Ty had the strongest performance. Cardi did also well. It definitely is the most famous song, and I think it's definitely one of the best, and deservedly so. Going into Fried, Kanye and Ty obviously wanted to do something again like Carnival. Even though most of the fans are tired of seeing the hooligans at any tracks, I really liked Fried. They kept the elements of what made Carnival good, but added this aggressiveness to it in Fried. Especially Ty at the end was really funny. Promotion is a good song. I think it was the only song that they haven't made changes to in terms of like lyrics and production. I think everyone does pretty well. It's a good track. Future and Kanye always do good together. And it was definitely one of the better songs even before the updates. At first, I really hated Husband because I thought Kanye's singing was really bad at that track. There was a time where he could sing in a time period between like 2018 and 2021 in songs like Goddess and Jesus is King or Come to Life and Donda. But in this song, the singing seems in comparison lackluster and not that great. I feel like he should have let someone else sing it. Since the release of it, since a few weeks past now, it's been growing on me and it's not really a skip anymore. But I feel like it could have been better. Going to Lifestyle. Lifestyle basically was unbearable to listen to because of the sample in the background.
She said she ready. And I started.
It genuinely made my ears hurt. Since the update fix, it's been sounding better. The sample isn't as loud anymore and as dominant. I still think the original version that was previewed at the listening parties earlier this year were so much better. Maybe originally was kind of like mid, because Kanye was too lazy to fix his verse again. It has been fixed, the verses has been updated. Kanye is flowing kinda good on this, and it became one of my favorites lately. It's probably the song I play the most of this album. The thing with Bomb is that the beat is really good. I feel like it could have been a cool interlude if it were like kinda shorter. I understand that Kanye wanted to involve the kids, so I guess it's a cool song, but I feel like there were better songs and it just was bad decision making because there are songs like Matthew.
I know it's a little girl standing by, praying God will save our life.
That sounded really good with North on it. River was the only song that was changed production-wise and wasn't complete bad at first, but because Young Fox and Kanye's vocal performances just are so good on this track that they still make the song really good even with lackluster production. It's definitely one of the best songs on the album and has huge highs. 530 would have been a perfect song if you would like cut down all the mumbles, replace them with actual verses, or just cut the song in half, put Ty at the end, and it would be like perfect. It's just lazy and embarrassing to upload this, and it's to this day this still is up. It's kind of strange and should have been updated at least. That is a solid song. It's nothing special though. I kind of miss like these songs with these super highs where you like basically was questioning your existence. But this was one of the better songs on the album. Future having the year of his life, really. It's a Future been carrying 2024 all year. Forever Rolling is a good song. But Lil Baby in 2024 is kind of crazy. I'm joking. It's a good track. I think everyone does well. Forever Rolling kind of reminded me of Donda. It seemed like it would fit perfectly into Donda, like a Donda leftover. Sky City, I don't know to this day if it's true that Ye used AI, Sky City, but honestly I enjoyed Sky City a lot. It was probably like my second favorite song, but let's be fair, it's really sad to even think about that Kanye possibly used AI. It's still exciting to see a holy grail like this from the Yandi era being worked on. My Soul was a perfect conclusion and my personally favorite track. It just hits the soul deep. This track elevates one on a different level. It's just so good. It's really, for me, it's a perfect track. I think it's clear to see that Kanye does not care as much lyrically about music anymore. And obviously putting out unfinished projects is just not a good look, obviously, for Kanye's legacy. This album had a huge mixing problem. Lyrics have not been finished. These have been mostly fixed, there's still exceptions. I still think this album overall is better than Vultures 1 because of the overall consistency, but I would still rank it on the lower half of Kanye's discography. Hey man, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and a subscribe. Write down in the comments what you thought of this album, rank the songs yourself. I want to see some of your opinions there. Let it know in the comments. Peace out.